Hi, this is Cindy Cochran. Welcome to the podcast of my show. Remember, you can join me live every weekday morning from 10 to 11 a.m. on Lone Star Community Radio, on Conroe's FM 106.1 and 104.5, and globally on irlonestar.com. If you're a big fan of my podcast, subscribe to my YouTube and SoundCloud channels, and you're always invited to my Facebook page, The Cindy Cochran Show. The Cindy Cochran Show is brought to you by our title sponsor, the Wooten Financial Group. Call today for all your financial concerns, 936-449-5952.
You are listening to Lone Star Community Radio on 104.5 KCZWLP Conroe and 106.1 KZCCLP Conroe and worldwide on irlonestar.com.
Good morning, everybody. It is Monday, and you are listening to The Cindy Cochran Show in beautiful downtown Conroe in the most beautiful day you can imagine. Yesterday, I thought that was going to be the one, but this may be a topper for it because it is gorgeous here, and it was gorgeous yesterday. Good grief, it was pretty. So I know that Saturday, I was told, Kid Fest, there's going to be a lot of rain and all that. Rain never came. It never came. But it was windy and it was overcast, so wasn't it right? It was overcast. Right? Yeah, but it wasn't bad. And everybody got to have a good time and not sweat their eyeballs out. So it's just, it was great. And I didn't make it. I had to watch my youngest grandson, and I was going to bring him, but he couldn't go. They didn't want him to go. I don't know why. I think they heard the stories I told about losing the other two grandchildren, but finding them and using that as a story to make sure everyone knew how safe it was. And you didn't have to work you didn't work the Kid Fest, right?
That's right. I had a different schedule for that weekend.
Oh,
and so
poor thing.
Working nights, and so I didn't get a chance to go to that. So,
well, I'm sure it was fabulous. Richard, did you go to the Kid Fest? You didn't? Okay. I don't want to talk to you then. He started to pull the mic up. I said, that's okay. Well, we got to have a representative, someone to come in and say, it was great. It was wonderful. I loved it. It was a lot of fun. But Joey on Friday, will be here on Friday, and he had to work it for the rec in Conroe. He works at the rec. And I always thought, when people would say that, I just assumed they were talking about cars. I didn't know what they were talking about, but it was REC, the rec, the recreation place in Conroe, and it's amazing. We did finally find out what it was, and we joined that, and we were there. And Sam said, "I'm not paying any more for this because y'all don't go. I'm the only one that goes, and I'm not going to be the only one that goes unless y'all." But the summertime came, and you thought that'd be the time we'd use it the most, but there was too much stuff going on, so we didn't. And he got discouraged and said, forget about it. And then what I started doing while he was paying for it, I would go and walk at that park, at the Candy Cane Park. I'd walk that. And he goes, why am I paying for, if you go 10 feet over, you can go walk on the machines and do all that, and instead you go walk out there? That doesn't make sense. So anyway, I stopped. I stopped everything. I don't do anything anymore. I was at least doing that. But the dog's the only one that takes care of my exercise, to get out and chase the dog, walk the dog.
it's so much better though if you go out and walk and you're seeing the trees and the sky.
Right.
And
getting
that.
the oxygen and getting the vitamin D from the sun.
Wave at people as you go.
Right, and tell people, can you move along? I'm trying to walk a brisk pace here. No, and all the dogs that they take their dogs on that walk with them. And that's the only thing that's scary, because they always say, oh, it won't hurt you. They love people. And they're sitting there with all their teeth showing, and they're like, I'm going to rip you apart. And that's what you're afraid of. But, well, I got to tell you, so the weekend was spent at home, outside, in the wind. It was a great thing. We really had a good time. But I have a complaint. I've got to vent this to somebody. So why not your radio audience? Because I may be speaking to the choir. You may have all had this type of event happen in your life when you call information. I decided I wanted to order pizza. Now, I know everybody else is probably online ordering and they can do all that. And I tried. I tried it, and it was just every turn I'd make, it was going like, what? Why are they asking that? I already said this. And I wanted two pizzas. I wanted one pepperoni and one beef. That's what I was going to order, two large pizzas. And I did everything up to the point, and I thought, wait, they haven't asked me what I want on the pizzas. I mean, they're giving you a list. You can make your own pizza and do all that. But where's the one that says one pepperoni, one beef? That's all I want. I couldn't find that button anywhere, and I couldn't figure out what to do. But so I thought, I'm going to call information and just go back old school. This is how I know how to do it. I called information and said, can you give me the number? No, you don't talk to a person. That sounded like I was talking to a person. This recording comes on and says, city and state, please. And I go, Willis, Texas. State the name of the business or say residence. Pizza Shack, Willis, Texas. And then this voice says, Cycle Shop, Wyoming, Texas. And I went, no, it's Pizza Shack, Willis, Texas. That's Cycle Shop, Wyoming, Texas. Is that correct? No, I told you no. It is Pizza Shack, Willis, Texas. That's Cycle Shop. I said, get me a operator. You're so stupid you can't even understand the words coming out of my mouth. How did you get this job? This is ridiculous. Hello, this is the operator. Tell me again, unless you think I'm too stupid to understand the words coming out of your mouth, what is it that you want to? I said, I want Pizza Shack, Willis, Texas. I'm now connecting you. You have a really great day. Stupid. And so I go like, ring, ring, ring. Hello, this is Pizza Hut. What do you want? I wanted pizza. I wanted Pizza Shack. I wanted Pizza Shack, not Pizza Hut. I wanted Pizza Shack. And he says, this isn't Pizza Shack. This is Pizza Hut. What do you want? I just screamed and hung up the phone. I was so mad. I don't know if you've ever done this before. I know that's a recording, and I feel like I can say anything I want to her. And when she says stuff and comes back, and why they have this, it never works. It never works. You know, I know how to speak. I'm speaking English, and the person, it's the recording. It should be able to pick it up. But how she got Cycle Shop in Wyoming, Texas, I don't know. Anyway, so I just wanted to say that and get that out of my system. I feel much better now. Thank you for that therapy.
It's kind of like Siri.
Yes.
If you don't really get used to it, or Siri doesn't get used to you,
right,
then no telling what you're going to get.
Well, Siri, I respect. This Verizon is what we have, and I have asked for. This. I asked for the Pizza Shack and we go through that routine. They finally give me an operator, and they said, "What are you looking for?" And I say, "Pizza Shack on 1097 in Willis, Texas." And they say, "There is no Pizza Shack in Willis." I said, "Yeah, I've been there. I've eaten there, and I know it's there." And it was just last night I saw it there. And so he said, "I'm sorry, there's no Pizza Shack in Willis, Texas." And you want to, and I'm so stupid. I'll sit there and argue with the guy. Look, I've been there. I've seen it. It's on 1097. It's at the end of he says, "Well, why don't you just drive over?" Shut up. You're supposed to be agreeing with everything I say. And then there was another time I called. It's like they don't have the number. They don't have the place or the number or anything. So I get very discouraged.
You know how you fix that?
How?
You actually just go in and put a number in your contacts.
Yeah.
And so I have a Chinese place, and it's on the North Loop. It's in a little shopping center there. Excellent food. All I have to do is, you can do two things. You can either put it into one of those deals on your phone, and where you have social and you have this and you have that.
Right.
Or you can just put you one in there and put all just for food.
Right.
or you can put it in your contacts. And then we put it in your contacts, and all you got to do is just go in there and go, yep, there it is.
Well,
And it'll automatically call it for you.
well, it always asks you. It always says, would you like a driving instruction to this place? Or would you like to have let's give you the number and the address, we'll charge you, but we'll do this. And I'll say, no, this Sam will come through the house one time and say, who keeps calling information over and over again? Do you know how much that costs every time you call information? That's ridiculous. You have Google. Google whatever you want. And I didn't think about that. But I did Google Pizza Shack finally and got the number. And I wanted to call my information back and tell them about it. But see, it's just like, you should have done it in the first place, Cindy. You're so lazy. I am so lazy about that. So I know but I love the fact I thought I was talking to her all that time. And when that operator came on and acted like he knew what I'd said, I was like, oops. So they're sitting there laughing at her saying the wrong thing while I'm keep saying pizza is shack. Maybe it sounds like I'm saying pizza, a pizza shack.
I'm not really sure. Okay, so why are the phone people, they have an automatic thing that says,
right,
what you want.
Yes.
Then why do you have somebody else that's listening to it?
Well, that's what I
So
understand.
why are they wasting that time?
I know. First, I think it's for their entertainment. I just think that's what it is. Now I feel like every time I do that, somebody's listening and they're laughing because she doesn't know what she's doing. But if you just yell operator, then she'll say operator. She'll give them to me. So now I feel better. Thank you, listening audience. Here's this good therapy stuff, Bob. I've got with me Lieutenant Bob that I didn't even introduce. I'm so bad. Lieutenant Bob Berry's here with a Who Done It? Who Done It Monday. Everybody loves Who Done It Monday. And so stay with us. We'll be right back, and you can hear a real crime scene laid out, and then we get to figure out who done it. Don't go away. You're listening to the Cindy Cochran Show, Real Reality Radio.
Every week I get asked the same two questions. Am I ready to retire? Will my savings last for our lifetime? Hi, this is Chris Wooten with Wooten Financial Group. Our firm has been in Montgomery County for decades, but the hopes and dreams of the people we serve never change. If these two questions are on your mind, we'd like to help. We have a simple, introductory client experience that allows us to get to know you and includes a few meetings for you to kick the tires at no charge. We'll provide you with a one-page summary that helps you get a better handle on which questions are the right questions for you. To take the first step to a clear direction for your retirement, call Wooten Financial at 936-449-5952. That's 936-449-5952. Or visit us on the web at wootenfinancial.com. That's WOOTTON financial.com. Get started today.
And we're back on the Cindy Cochran Show. And, a lot of schools are going paperless because of saving money and all. And I'm going computerless. I'm trying to save some electricity. And I forgot my computer. So, Dennis, if you're trying to text it.
Good luck.
Yeah, good luck. But see, there's always Richard can look at my Facebook page anytime he wants to, and he has full control of it and can say if somebody types in. And I didn't mean to bring any more work to him at all for that, but it's just that I left and I thought it was in my car. We have changed cars this weekend. We're down to one car. Started out with we have 3 cars, and 2 of them broke where you can't drive them within about 5 hours of each other. One, the transmission fluid that Sam put in the car totally leaked out as he backed up and saw that there was it had wee-weed all over the driveway with the transmission fluid.
There's an issue.
Yes, yeah. And so he was like, what? He was so mad. And so he told Samantha was going to be performing in Galveston. He said, take the Yukon. So she takes the Yukon. And she sends a text with a picture on it. She says, ask Dad what this means. And it was the engine. It was the engine light. The check engine light comes on. And so, but I wasn't looking at my phone. My phone was not right by me, so it'd been an hour since she had called in with that picture. So I found Sam, and he was trying to mow the lawn. I said, I got a picture to show you. What does this, she wants to know what this means. And he goes, well, it looks like, but it's hard to see. It's kind of fuzzy. I said, it looks like the check engine light. And he goes, no, it can't be the check. No, we just have that. So he goes, we Google it. And I said, yeah, that's the same icon. He said, he was hoping it was some Chinese different one, something different. And so he said, call her and tell her she can't drive it. We have to go get her. And he was just panicking. And I said, well, wait, it says here that maybe the gas cap is loose. That can make that light come on. And he said, oh yeah, that's true. That's true. And let me go research this. So he researched it, came back. He was a little calmer. And he said, well, there's like a lot of different things that could make that come on that wouldn't be like it's going to blow up the engine. So he said, let her drive it back, let her go ahead and drive it back. And so we stayed on the phone with her in case anything happened, and she didn't get home till like 2:30 in the morning. So that sat there, and my son-in-law called and said, you need to take it to AutoZone because they can do the diagnostic, that free diagnostic thing. And so he said, that's a good idea. I'll try that. So anyway, so those two cars were totally out of commission. So we had one car to drive, and I had a lot of stuff I had to do. So I was stuck, it wasn't a fun thing with that, but I did learn a lot. And I wish that Mark Lamp could do a seminar for husbands on how to explain things, and be understanding when they explain stuff. Because that's what I was talking to Mark about. And we had that big conversation about it. So I told Sam, I said, I don't know if she should drive the Cadillac. This is before we knew the transmission fluid was, because it seems like it's not feels different. And he goes, what do you mean it feels different? I said, well, it doesn't feel the same like it was before. And he goes, I don't know. What do you mean it feels different? You got to give me words to go with that words. I said, it's like doesn't have a lot of energy. He goes, doesn't have a lot of energy. I said, well, like it doesn't respond quickly. And he goes, okay, let's keep this going. And so is that in the morning? Is that, well, I don't know. I just kind of notice it when I'm going down the road going like, what's wrong with you? You feel like you're not, like something's wrong. And he goes, oh man, that doesn't help at all. I'm glad I'm the one that's going to have to go to the mechanic and tell him. I said, I just had a whole show on this about how women try and go in and explain things that doesn't work. So he said, okay, well, I'll have to drive it. So he went and drove it and did all that stuff and went, he says, I don't see anything wrong with it. I went, you're not feeling it? And he goes, I don't feel anything. I feel like it's doing its job. And so I said, well, why don't you check the oil? And he said, I checked that a couple of weeks ago. He said, check the oil. And then he put some cardboard underneath it. He said, see, maybe something's leaking. And then he checked the transmission fluid. There was nothing. It didn't even register. And he goes, what? So he filled it up. And he says, okay, I think she's okay now, to do it. And he backs out, and this cardboard is full of everything he had put in there. So it wasn't good. He had a really rough weekend. He doesn't take these things well. He doesn't know how to converse with someone who's having to tell them about the problem. And that's why I think Mark should do seminars for husbands, how to accept their wives' ineptness and explaining what's going on with
Just
the car.
start saving your money.
It's
That's the best thing you can do.
I love that. Okay, I know everybody's like, shut up, Cindy. We don't care about your weekend. We want to know what whodunit is all about. So, Bob, are you ready for a whodunit?
I'm ready.
Okay, here goes. Here's Bob Berry, Lieutenant Bob Berry of the Conroe PD, who's going to describe a past crime scene. This is real. We're not going to give any names or anything like that. But with his clues, we're going to try and figure out who done it. Take it away, Bob.
Okay. We were called out during the daytime.
Oh,
instead
yeah.
Instead of a
Dark
cloudy,
night.
dark night, this was actually during the daytime.
Okay.
And so there was a person there that was deceased.
Where?
And it was in a fairly nice neighborhood. Yeah.
Yeah.
upper middle class subdivision.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, the person was deceased in the hallway.
Yes.
And so when we came into the house and started looking, actually what happened, there was the family member or next door neighbor had not heard or seen this person for a day or two.
Uh-huh.
And so we go in and we find that this person's laying in the hallway and massive amounts of blood.
Oh, no.
Yes.
Now, when you walk in a house like that, was it in the summertime? Was it in the...
Yeah, it was early in the morning, but it was still warm. Yes, the house was.
Oh, okay.
Not the person.
Body. No. Well, is the smell overwhelming? Can you tell by a smell like this body's been here for a few days?
Within 24 hours, probably.
Oh,
Yeah.
within 24 hours. Okay,
Yeah.
so this is recent. And so they weren't, rigor mortis had not set in?
No.
Okay, all right. So this is real recent then. Okay, and it was a family member who called this in?
Yes.
Okay. All right, so once you found this person, did you have to break into the house? Was it locked?
It was locked,
It was locked.
but we did
Yes.
have a next door neighbor that had a key to it.
Oh, okay. Well, that was
So-
convenient.
So
Okay.
we were able to
Get in.
go in.
Okay. Was this a male or female?
Female.
Female. Age?
60s or more.
60s or more. Okay. Did she fill up the hallway, or was
She
that
was,
was the way to say that she?
well,
she,
really just in the hallway.
Okay.
And it was going from the living room in towards the bedroom, and then ended up being out in the garage.
The
It
blood.
opened up a door to.
Wait. Are you
There
saying?
was blood in the living room, the kitchen, in the hallway,
Uh.
and then in the garage as well.
What? This person was pretty active. Would it look like a drag? Someone dragged him from that many places?
Yes.
It did.
Mhm.
But you think it initiated in the garage?
No, it was done inside the house.
It was inside the house that it happened. So maybe somebody carried blood on them, on their shoes or something, out into the garage?
Yeah.
Ah, okay. Ah, okay, that's good. Can you tell by looking at them, she's laying on her back or front?
I'm back.
On the back. Can you tell if there's a gunshot, if it's a stab wound, or from the front? Could you see anything?
There was trauma, but we could not see any knives or guns or anything else that was used as that.
Or like a heavy instrument? Did it look like somebody hit her with something, or
Some type of trauma.
some type of trauma? But you don't know yet. So you've got to call in to the Justice of
Justice
the
of the
Peace.
Peace.
Yes, to come out, or is he taking
He
your
did
word
come
for it?
out on
Yeah,
this one, yes.
because there was so much blood and stuff, and it was so many different places. Did he do any of the splatter testing?
We did.
You did?
Yeah.
That's so
Yeah.
interesting.
Our crime scene people came and did that, and like I say, there was blood everywhere on the walls, in the hallway,
Was it
in the carpet, and
Were there handprints like from her on the hallway walls or anything like that?
no.
You know, I'm thinking like, was she trying to write the name of the person? No.
No.
Okay.
Not
So,
rum red, like,
Yeah, rum- yeah.
Okay, you saw that before.
or the pigs, the thing that they did in the 70s whenever the Manson family and death of the pigs. So there's, but you don't see handprint falling down with blood or anything like that. Okay, well, there goes that dramatic scene. I thought that would be interesting, but there's blood splashed up on the wall, though. Up on the wall. Wow. So did it look to you like this person was being, traumatized or whatever, they're being hit or whatever, and they're rolling around on the wall, or they're going
I'll help you a little bit with that.
Oh, good.
I think the majority of it was taken into the living room area, and the body was dragged into the hallway.
Ah, okay. Okay. So, uh, was most of the blood in the living room or the hallway?
It was pretty much everywhere.
Everywhere.
Yeah.
Good grief. So in the living room, was it on the couch or just the floor, or was it on furniture around like
A wall, a
Good
coffee table,
grief.
and blood on the carpet.
Man.
Yeah.
So did it look like there was more than one person doing this?
We didn't know.
But with that much blood or that much activity and stuff, did y'all surmise it might be more than one person, or you don't do that yet?
We didn't know that.
Okay. But was that true?
And here's the interesting part of it was there were nothing disturbed. There was the house in and of itself was actually very nice, and nothing torn, broken,
Thrown around?
thrown
Like,
around. No.
man. Did is this what you call like the viciousness of it? That it, it was like a real hate, like not hate crime, but I mean, it's a hate crime because the person's dead. But
Well, not only that. Yes, it was anger.
yeah, that's what I'm like.
Yes, there had to be a lot of anger with
Yikes.
the type of trauma that was on there.
So because of so much blood and stuff, when the justice of the peace got there, which is he's standing in, or he's like our medical examiner in larger cities, when he got there, were you there whenever he started looking at the body? You were? Okay.
It was probably one of the most traumatic.
Mm-hmm.
Even the justice of the peace, I don't think had seen anything
Really?
that well.
Oh, yikes. What was his comments? What does he say stuff to you guys? I mean, it's just y'all in there. And does he say things to you as he's going through the
He was really shocked with what had taken place.
Okay. All right. That's our cliffhanger. We'll be right back for the second segment. This is going to drive me crazy. I'm going to try and get him to tell me something during the break. Okay, no. But you're listening to the Cindy Cochran Show, proudly sponsored by Wooten Financial Group. If you want more information about them, go to wootenfinancial.com. And we will be right back on the Cindy Cochran Show, Real Reality Radio.
Every week I get asked the same two questions. Am I ready to retire? Will my savings last for our lifetime? Hi, this is Chris Wooten with Wooten Financial Group. Our firm has been in Montgomery County for decades, but the hopes and dreams of the people we serve never change. If these two questions are on your mind, we'd like to help. We have a simple, introductory client experience that allows us to get to know you and includes a few meetings for you to kick the tires at no charge. We'll provide you with a one-page summary that helps you get a better handle on which questions are the right questions for you. To take the first step to a clear direction for your retirement, call Wooten Financial at 936-449-5952. That's 936-449-5952. Or visit us on the web at wootenfinancial.com. That's WOOTTON financial.com. Get started today.
And we're back on the Cindy Cochran Show. Thank you so much for listening. And I'm telling you, this is going to be good. This is a good one, Bob. I love it. But before we get back to that, I do want to say that the Wooten Financial Group, who has sponsored us and kept us on the air, saved us. No, they know a good thing when they see it. That's what I'm thinking. But Sam, my husband is extremely, when he decides he's going to go with somebody or talk to somebody, he does so much research work. I don't know if you're like this, Bob, or not, but I mean, he does so much research. And then after he finds the product that he wants, he then has to research again. After he's already bought it, he researched again to make sure that he got a good deal. He just wants to make sure that nobody came out with a better deal that he had found. And it's just amazing to me. And so I was talking to him about the Wooten Financial Group, and he was saying what's important to people is that they trust somebody. That's the biggest thing because of the money issue. And these people who are financial planners, they're experts at it, but they're the ingredient that they have to have that will let people give them all their money, control of all their money, and then to help figure out what the best way is, like going into the market and stuff like that. And the market becomes, I mean, it's gone crazy. It's gone really, but it will. All they need to do is for the North Koreans to launch some, and then the market will go down. So, you're watching. You have to watch the politics of it and all that. And he says, so if you're conservative like he is, he told them, do not put me in anything where it's an emotional deal because that's not what I am. So they were very good about that. They'll listen to you. They want to make sure they cover what you're doing or what they're doing for you to go along with your personality, with your lifestyle and all that stuff. So they really study all that stuff. I was the enigma in the thing because they didn't understand exactly how I and Sam even got together, much less how I would want to plan out for my retirement and how he would want to plan out for his. They were just hoping one of us would die before the other one. But it's really great to know that they're very interested because if you do well, they do well. So that's where you always want to keep people. And that's what I like about them. The Wooten Financial Group, just go to wootenfinancial.com to get more information about that. Okay, guys, we are now at a cliffhanger. We have found out more and more about this person who is dead in the house. It's a woman, late 60s, and there is so much blood everywhere. This is what's got everybody kind of shook up because they don't usually see this much blood. And even the coroner, the justice of the peace that came, I was trying to get Bob to say, what did he say about it when he saw this? It's interesting to me. I know everybody's very professional and all that, but what did he say when he saw that much blood?
He just couldn't believe that he hadn't seen anything like that. It's just amazing.
And it's something you hadn't seen before. This was the first for you, right?
To that level,
much?
yes. Now, I've seen a lot of different cases
right.
in there, but this was one that was really
disturbing.
Wow.
Yeah. Well, that's what I wonder a lot of times because how you desensitize yourself to walk in to see something like that, and then how do you scrub your brain for not thinking or going back to that, or having to bring that image forward. But I'm so glad we were able to help you do that today, Bob, is to bring that image back to you.
Thank you.
But
I mean, I've been in different cases to where it's been so bad that I've had to go clean my clothes, take my clothes off in the garage in my house, and go in and put them in the washer before I can go in and then take a shower.
Oh man! Oh.
But this one was it was pretty bad.
Well, what do y'all do to protect yourself? I mean, are you wearing gloves and that?
We do wear gloves, yeah.
Are you wearing a mask at all? Just
it depends on the time and the period and how long it's been there as far as the heat and that kind of thing, because it does different things.
Do you put stuff on your shoes when you have to?
We can. We have little booties that we can put on.
Yeah.
And with that.
So I think you'd be afraid of getting that if it's all over the walls and everywhere where this blood is, that you wouldn't, walk up beside it or just get it on your clothes. That would be,
Yeah.
And especially just being afraid of someone having something. And
we also have some almost like a hazmat suit.
Uh-huh.
You can go in. It's a disposable thing, and you can put that on as well as the gloves.
Oh, okay.
If necessary to do that.
Okay. So the justice of the peace has revealed this person and trying to figure out what took place. What is he telling you that he's seeing? Does he tell you, or is this something he has to just write down and it comes out all in a report?
He does a list of what he's seen and everything that he has thought about this. The way it was looked and that kind of thing. He says trauma, which of course goes into a forensic center to where they can can look at the body. So we actually did at the forensic center with them, and we watch them. We take pictures and we ask questions and we do this. And of course, once we get the packet out, and so we can tell what it is, it takes a few days for that.
So is he finding, now that that's all happened, is he finding any gunshot wounds or any stab wounds? This is all a beating with an object?
No guns, knives, hand grenades, or anything in there. No.
But it's a beating with an object.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and
we didn't find what that
object
that was at first. Yes.
Wow. And so, is her face smashed in, or is it the back of the head, or
it was trauma basically to the shoulders and head.
In the back of the head, or front
all
of the head?
around?
All around.
Mm-hmm.
Yikes. Did it look like she fought? She was fighting? I mean, could he tell that? Like,
no.
No, couldn't tell.
No, it was anger, and when whoever it was went in and did that, took the item and basically hit him.
Yeah.
And
over
that was
and
it.
over. And so,
over and over, yeah.
And so there wasn't anything that broke off of this item that you could have a clue what it was.
No.
All right. So the person that had the key, that person was interrogated. The neighbor who had the key to the house.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nothing there.
Nothing there.
Okay.
Haven't seen, haven't heard. Typically, they see her,
Something.
every day or every other day or whatever.
And people that would regularly visit her, did they?
Mm-hmm.
They talked about that?
They had family members as well.
Oh, okay. And did the one that called worrying about the person? See, that always kind of worries me. Is like, instead of going over and checking yourself,
Well, the first thing was that she apparently was very, every day she'd do the same thing every time in the morning, whatever.
Okay.
And so she would go outside and get the paper, the newspaper. And so when the next door neighbor saw that the paper was still there was something that was wrong. And so her car was still there.
Mm-hmm.
The paper was still there. Quite unusual for them. So they tried to, find out what's going on. They had a key to it. And so they opened up to the house and found, they didn't go very far when they realized something is wrong. So they closed the door back and locked it back up, and then they called us.
Oh, okay. I thought a family member had called you, worried about they hadn't seen him, and y'all went over to check on it.
The next door neighbor was the next one that actually saw it.
Okay. So now, what family members are you able to get a hold of?
Grandson. I think it was the mother was the one that was related to the deceased, and husband and wife thing,
right?
And mom, dad. There was another one that was out of town, another state.
And you talked to all these, and you talked to those people.
Yeah.
Did she have a boyfriend? Was she married? Was she divorced?
No, I'm not sure if she was just if she had a husband or whatever. She was there by herself, though.
She was by herself.
Yeah.
And no one. She doesn't live with anybody.
No.
Okay, so she's by herself, and
she actually worked at her house, and she did internet things.
Okay.
She had her own little business there on the internet.
She wasn't selling anything out of the house, right?
Not out of the house itself. I mean, it was things that you could do on the internet with.
Okay. And so there's no drugs involved that you know of, no alcohol, no
major
things, no things,
no major medical issues.
But there's always the top, like money. There's money issues always, like if.
Okay, I'll help you out. The person was a family member.
It was a family member. Okay. Was it someone that you guys interviewed initially?
Not eventually. Yes.
eventually were you in the interview whenever this person was interviewed? Were you there?
Yes and no.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. What does
Actually,
that mean?
someone else got some information before we got it, and then there was a confession on it.
Oh, really? Ah, so they confessed. I love that.
I know that we're running pretty close, so I'll just go ahead and,
Okay.
and
Okay.
fix it for you.
All right.
There was a 17-year-old grandson, and grandma was actually giving money and cut off the money. And so they got into an argument, and he went out into the garage, picked up a shovel, and stroked the lady with a shovel, and then dragged her into the hallway towards the garage.
Oh, he was trying. Okay, he was trying to get to the garage.
And he gave up on that. And
yeah.
And as in most garages, they have tools and things in the house, and lawnmower and this, that, and the other. And they had a garbage can, and it had some a hoe, a rake, and shovel, and this, that, and the other. And he chose to go back out through the garage, pick up the shovel, and went in and beat her with the shovel.
And then what did he do with the shovel?
He put it back into the. Yeah.
So y'all found it with all this blood on it? Did he try and clean it?
There was no blood anywhere else except on the sharp part of the metal part of the shovel.
Oh.
And it was down inside that bucket.
Did it look like he tried to clean it?
No.
Oh, that's just all that was. Oh my word! It was a 17-year-old.
Uh-huh.
Well, when you said grandson, I don't know why. When I said that you even mentioned a grandson, I thought, oh no, I hope it's not the kid. Like
it was.
It was him. Oh man.
And he left the scene.
Mm-hmm.
He had a truck, an old truck, just like most
teenagers
would have. And he was going out on I-10, going west towards El Paso.
Oh.
And he got stopped by a trooper for speeding. And when the trooper walked up to him and, he see your license and insurance and he got out of the car, and the first thing he says, "Okay, you got me. I did it."
Oh, no. But he had to have been soaked with blood. He had to have blood all over him.
Well, and then once he said that, of course, they put him in the car, handcuffed him and put him in the car.
Oh,
and,
man. That is amazing. We've got to take a break right now. Oh, that is just amazing. Okay, you're listening to the Cindy Cochran Show. We'll be right back. Don't go away.
Every week I get asked the same two questions. Am I ready to retire? Will my savings last for our lifetime? Hi, this is Chris Wooten with Wooten Financial Group. Our firm has been in Montgomery County for decades, but the hopes and dreams of the people we serve never change. If these two questions are on your mind, we'd like to help. We have a simple, introductory client experience that allows us to get to know you and includes a few meetings for you to kick the tires at no charge. We'll provide you with a one-page summary that helps you get a better handle on which questions are the right questions for you. To take the first step to a clear direction for your retirement, call Wooten Financial at 936-449-5952. That's 936-449-5952. Or visit us on the web at wootenfinancial.com. That's WOOTTON financial.com. Get started today.
And we're back on the Cindy Cochran Show. Wow, what a sad ending to this whole whodunit thing. Good grief. This is so sad that this grandson snapped and killed his grandma that way. And so brutal that it shocked, a guy who's supposed to have probably seen it all, the Justice of the Peace, who's the coroner. And he was shocked. And Bob, you said I just hadn't seen that amount of blood and how vicious it was and all. That's so sad. But like I have said this over and over, what is exciting in a way, and this is not, doesn't mean anything, I don't mean this in any derogatory way, but it's exciting in a way, but it's also so dangerous that every time you guys walk up to some house, you have no idea what you're getting ready to walk into. This isn't mundane at all.
To a house or to a car,
Yeah,
just like the
especially a
trooper.
car. Right,
uh,
right.
You know, he just thought it was just a kid
Yeah,
for speeding. And
right.
as it turns out, after the conversation, he finds out that he was the one that killed the
Murdered.
grandmother.
And
So
just, and boy, I bet the trooper, when he found out, or saw pictures and went like,
the whole thing
yikes.
changed.
Oh,
The whole
yikes.
view changed. on
Yeah.
that.
Oh, man. So did that go to trial? Do you remember that going to trial and it being,
Uh, really, actually, because he had confessed and
yeah.
everything, it went straight to court and
Mm-hmm.
went on from there.
Oh, man. That is so sad. But like this, just recently, I think it was yesterday, where this policeman went up to, got shot in the head from just making the call on a domestic violence call, and opened the door, and the guy was there and just shot him. He was waiting for it. He knew they were coming, and he was waiting for him. And so they're going on a call that's a domestic violence. I guess that's got to be the scariest, because everybody's mad already. They're fighting, and there's already violence happening, and then you have to walk in, and it's going to make one of them even madder, and you don't know how that's going to.
The last officer that was killed here in the city of Conroe was in 1984, and it was Ed Holcomb, and he was actually going to a domestic violence case,
Mm-hmm.
and there was a trailer, a house there, and so as he walked up to the door, or walking up to that area, the male took a rifle and shot him through the window with it, and he ended up about 3 days later in the hospital and eventually died.
Good grief. That's why we admire you guys so much, and that somebody will do that. Somebody will take on that job and do that every day. Firemen, first responders to any scene like that, is just, we should be so sweet and nice and pay for their lunches when you see them out in public. Especially everybody that goes to Joe's. The policemen around here like Joe's Pizzeria. They like it.
They have real good food.
Yes, they do. And I see them come in and sit down, and I've seen people go over there and pick up their ticket and say, "You're not going to pay." I think that's so precious. That's great. It's like, Samuel always goes over and says, "Thank you for what you do." And I just think that's so sweet. I think that, like, I hope they don't get upset with people, doing that all the time.
Lori and I went to a pizza place yesterday afternoon. When I was working last night, and we stopped and got a pizza, and there were some people that were a table or two away from us. As they were leaving, they stopped and thanked
Oh,
us for that. So,
I think that's precious. But it doesn't bother you when people come up and do that. I mean, you're not bothered by it or anything. But you're a very humble guy, and so, and a lot of times say, "I'm not a hero. This is what I do. This is my job." But this job is heroic because of what you have to put up with, and you have no idea what's going to happen every day of in your job. Just like on this show, a lot of times you just have no idea what I'm going to say. It's going to come out. No, it is. I think it keeps your life interesting. But Lori's probably, like, so happy you're getting ready to retire. I know she is. And Lieutenant Bob will be retiring from the force, but we're going to drain everything we can out of him before he leaves, because we've got to start grooming someone to take his place. That's the problem, is that.
one of the things that if you really want to see a memorial for an officer, the 18th of May, coming up in a couple of weeks.
Right.
And we have a ceremony every year for National Police Week, and it's throughout the entire nation. And so we're going to have our ceremony on that Thursday, and
Where will that be?
down at the Heritage Park,
Okay.
or
Okay.
Heritage Place, and rain or shine,
Yes.
And so we're going to be there. It's a memorial for all officers, but especially with Ed Holcomb, who was, killed here in 84.
Right.
And there's,
That's awesome.
yeah.
And they have a 21 gun salute? Do
They
do
do.
that for
They do. They have a shotgun salute, and they have bagpipes
and taps. Oh.
and taps and the whole 9 yards.
Bring your
And,
tissue. That's all you
yes.
can say. That's awesome. You deserve it every day. So we thank you, Bob, always for being here and then for your service, for sure. Okay, that does it for the Who Done It Monday. We're back next Monday. Don't worry. But we're here all week. We'll be here all week. And I've got some great news for tomorrow. So be sure and join us Tuesday, 10 a.m. And thank you so much for listening. And we thank the Wooten Financial Group for sponsoring us. Y'all have a great day. It's so beautiful out here in this neck of the woods. So enjoy yourself. And we'll see you tomorrow. Hi, this is Cindy Cochran, and I want to thank you for checking out The Cindy Cochran Show and invite you to listen live every weekday morning from 10 to 11 on FM 106.1 and on 104.5 and globally on irlonestar.com. The show you just fell in love with was recorded and will be posted on our podcast channels on iTunes and Google Play. You can even watch the show on our YouTube and on TV with our City TV Channel 12 on Suddenlink. So make sure to subscribe to keep up with me. My Facebook page, The Cindy Cochran Show, is always a good place to contact me through messages, to interact live on the air and ask questions, make suggestions, whatever. Special shout out to the show title sponsor, the Wooten Financial Group.